Good morning, fifth grade. So we are doing pages 267 and 269 today in math. And actually both of these pages are review. So it shouldn't take long to do. I'm just going to go over a couple problems with you to help you review it and to help you remember. As you can see, I already wrote out our formulas up here because we've been working with areas and perimeters. As long as you memorize your formula, this is so easy. So area of a rectangle, you find the area equals length times width. So you multiply the length of the rectangle by the width of the rectangle, and that will give you your area. The area of a square is the side squared, okay? And squared means times itself. So if the side length is 4, then it's squared, then you do 4 times 4. So side squared means side times side. Perimeter of a rectangle is 2 times length plus 2 times width. That's how you find the perimeter. That's just the outside of it. The perimeter of a square you find by doing 4 times the side because all the sides are the same. That is how you find the perimeter. So going over our class practice, read the instructions carefully. It says find the areas for the following shapes. Mark yes if they're more than an acre and mark no if they're less than an acre. Remember that an acre is 43,560 feet. I wrote that up here for you, 43,560 feet. So we want to find out if these shapes are equal more than 43,560 square feet or less. So you use your formula. If it's a square, okay, the first one is a square. It's 206 feet each side. How are we going to find the area of a square? Our formula is side squared. So if the side is 206 feet squared, so that means times itself. So it's 206 times itself, so times 206. Multiply it out. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. 6 times 2 is 12. Add a 0. 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. Always. Add 2 zeros. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 6, 3, 4, 2, 4. So the answer is, write it out as your answer, 42,436 square feet. So the question is it larger than an acre or is it less than an acre? So is it larger than an acre? Yes or no? 42,436 is less than 43,560. So no, this is not larger than an acre. So that is how you found the answer for that. So it's just multiplying it out. Just remember to follow your formulas. And that makes it so easy. So go ahead and do the rest of those there. Just remember if it's a square, use the square formula. If it's a rectangle, use the rectangle formula. And that's easy. Number 2 is solve the story problems. And we're going to go ahead and do number B together because it has a fraction, so it might be a little bit harder for you. But you need to do both. So do everything on these pages. I'm just going over some of them with you. So story problem B is Mr. Zimmerman purchased 13.5 acres of land, joining the land he already owned. He paid $7,500 per acre. How much did the land cost in all? So you want to find out how much the land costed all together. So if he bought 13.5 acres and he spent $7,500 per acre, then you want to multiply 7,500 times 13.5. And we've learned how to do that. If it's a whole number, okay, times a mixed fraction, then you need to make them both into a fraction. So this you make into an improper fraction. 2 times 13 is 26, plus 1 is 27, over 2. And then you put that 7,500 over 1. Then you multiply. Now first you see if you can cancel anything out. Now this ends in 0, so we know that we can cancel that out. So 2 goes into 2 once. 2 goes into 7,500. Let's figure out how many times. 2 goes into 7 3 times. 2 goes into 14 7. 1 left over. 5 0. Okay? And then don't forget your comma. So this becomes 3,750. Still a big number, but a little bit easier to work with. So now you want to do, it's over 1, so you know it's going to equal itself. So now you do 27,000 times your top number there. So 27 times 3,750. So now 0 0. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 7 is 49. 50, 51, 52. 7 times 3 is 21. Plus 5 is 26. Add a 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 7 is 14. Plus 1 is 15. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. Add them together. 0, 5, 2, 11, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure you put your comma where it needs to go. 1, 2, 3. So we have 101,250. So how much did all the land cost? So it was 13.5 acres, and he paid 7,500 per acre. He spent 100,250 dollars on that land. So that is how you find the answer to that equation. So it's all using your formulas, division, subtraction, multiplication, all that fun stuff. All right, 3, find the perimeters of these rectangles. Okay, it's not difficult if you do it by the formula. So use your perimeter formula. P equals 2 times length plus 2 times width. So then take your number there and work it out, okay? So the first one, 932 by 941. So you just fill in the formula with that, okay? P equals 2 times length. So the length is 932 plus 2 times the width, which is 941. Wait, just kidding. Yeah, so I got confused, and it's good for you to see this because I automatically said that the first one was the length and the second one was width. But if you look at the numbers, 232 and 241, 241 is a bigger number. If it's a rectangle, the bigger number is going to be the length, and then the width is going to be the smaller number. So it doesn't really matter in the end, but if you're filling out the formula properly, your length would be 241 because it's longer. A rectangle is longer than it is taller. Then the width is 932. So 932 and 941. Okay, I don't know if I was saying that wrong, but if I said that wrong, ignore it, but put what I put on the board. And then times it out, okay? 2 times 941. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 9 is 18, plus 2 times 932. 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 9 is 18. Add these together. 8, 8, 2 plus 6, 14, 17, 3. Oops, 2 plus 4 is 6. See? That's what happens when you rush. Don't rush. I rushed here and I said 2 plus 2, but it's 4 plus 2, which is 6. I put 4, so that's what happens when you rush. So make sure you take your time. Don't rush like I was doing. But your answer is 3,746. So the perimeter of that rectangle is P equals 3,746 feet. Don't forget to put feet because it's important what measurement you're doing. So go ahead and do the rest of that page on your own. The rest of it is all review that you should be able to do on your own. I just went ahead and went through some of that. On number 4, that's your square roots, okay? Squaring and square roots. Remember that square, so 7 squared. 4a, 7 squared is 7 times 7 is 49. If you want to find the square root of 49, that's this symbol here, means square root of 49, then you have to find what number times itself equals 49. It's good to know your multiples. If 7 times 7 equals 49, then the square root of 49 is 7. Okay? So go ahead and do that and do the rest of your review on page 267. Moving over to page 269 is actually pretty much the same thing, so I'm not even going to go over any of these with you because I just did that. But fill in the blanks with the correct answers, find your areas, find your perimeters. Don't get your formulas confused. If you're finding the area of something, use your area formulas. If you're finding the perimeter, use your perimeter formulas. Remember, anytime you find the area, it changes it to square feet. So it'll say 16 feet by 20 feet, and when you find the area, the answer is square feet. Okay, so whatever the answer is plus square feet. And I think that's all that's on that. And just remember how to do your fractions. We've learned how to multiply with mixed numbers and fractions, change it into an improper fraction, change your whole number into an improper fraction, okay? So go ahead and do that, all of page 269 on your own. If you have any questions, ask your parents and ask me, okay? And you can put it under the video. And hopefully that was a help to you guys. It's all review, and just the more that you review, the easier this is going to be for you later on. So don't get tired of it. Learn it. It's, again, with formulas, it's not hard at all. You just follow the formula, and it makes it really simple. All right? So go ahead and finish up that, and that's all for math today.